Your labs are normal, but you still feel like a piece of hot garbage. Well, in today's video, I'm going to teach you why normal is a low bar and what your body's been trying to scream at you this whole time. Now, one thing that you need to know that's important is that standardized labs are based off of a sick population. So the majority of the population are not well, unfortunately. And so being in the normal range of a sick population is not what I'm exactly comfortable with, and it's not where you will feel your best. And so that's why you need to understand that there are reference ranges that are normal, and then there are reference ranges that are optimal. The optimal ranges are where you will feel your best, you're most energized, and your body will be functioning at its best in those ranges. So the first place we want to look is the gut. The gut plays such a crucial role in our health. Um, it helps with our mood regulation, our nutrient absorption, and just our overall brain health. And so it's been referred to as the second brain, actually, the gut has, because of its big impact in our health and our brain health. So the fact that serotonin is a neurotransmitter that over 90% of it is made in the gut. So if you're having some nutrient malabsorption or some dysbiosis or something going on in your gut, then you may have some problems with your mood and feelings of being anxious or depressed and feeling like you have this brain fog. And so that's why it's so crucial to really know what is going on inside your body. And there's some testing that can tell us exactly what's going on inside your gut, and that is via stool testing. There are stool tests called, there's a GI map that you can do where it looks at all the different bacteria. It tells us if there's any viruses, any pathogens, anything that we need to increase or get rid of in the gut. And so it's very comprehensive, and it allows you to really pinpoint what's going on. And it's so important because, like I said, it affects so many things in your body. So the next thing we want to look at is our nervous system. Now, it is so important that you understand how your stress levels can affect your health. So I think we live in this fast-paced society where we're constantly going, we're constantly trying to be productive. We have these high intensity jobs where we're always on, and that can really affect our health because when we're going all the time and we're not resting and we're not taking time to breathe, it can affect our hormones and our sleep, and all of that talks to each other. And so your body is always in this fight or flight stance, and it causes something that we call adrenal fatigue, where your adrenals again eventually get tired out because you're always on. And so it's very important to look at your stress levels and what are you doing to help that? What are you doing to really get rest or to get that energy out? What activities are you doing? And I feel like sometimes we don't even realize that we're stressed because we're so used to living in this state of stress all the time. But knowing how that can impact your body is very, very important. And I can show you tips of how you can determine if you are stressed and what you can do about it to fix it. The last point I want to make is to speak to our diet. So it's so important. Now, do you feel like you crash after meals or like you need some coffee constantly to give you energy? So you may be having some blood sugar dysregulation. That can happen when you, one, eat poor quality foods that are not dense in all the macronutrients like proteins, fats, and carbs. So if you're eating a poor diet, your moods can be up and down, and you can get jittery, shaky, tired, and it'll just leave you feeling overall not well. And so it's so important that we eat at regular times and we don't space out our meals too long, and that we eat high nutrient dense foods. So focus on your protein, your carbs, and your fats, and try to stay away from those ultra processed foods that are full of junk and lack nutrition. So the reason that your labs are normal, but you still feel like that flaming piece of hot garbage, is because the lab ranges are based on unhealthy people, and they're looking for disease and not dysfunction. And so in the functional range, we're aiming to catch those values before disease starts and before they turn into a diagnosis, because it's just easier that way. If you want help formulating your health game plan, or maybe you need help with understanding what's happening with your lab values, I do offer free strategy calls, and I will link that in the comments below. And if you're looking for ways to really regulate your nervous system and you're tired of feeling stressed all the time, I've also got a free resource called the Calm AF Starter Kit. And if you want to check that out, I'll link that in the comments as well. And I hope you found value in today's video, and I hope you'll like, subscribe, and give me a comment. Let me know if there's something that you just feel like is off, but nobody's listening to you. So I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next one.